Morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog, a weekend vlog I should say. It's Saturday, I don't know what date it is. We've just wandered down to our little Sainsbury's. Had quite a productive morning actually. We've got a tiny weeny little Sainsbury's, so it's a mile's walk. We wandered down with Poppy and I stood outside with Poppy. Aid went in and he picked up some bananas, some sweet potatoes, courgettes and some ground almonds. There's a cake that I want to try this weekend. I think that's all he bought. We're about to make some lunch. We've got some treats for friends as well because we want to leave some bits on friends' doorsteps. I've already been baking this morning. You would have seen these in my previous video, which I will link up below. I got up and made these while Aid was making coffee this morning. I made banana and chocolate chip muffins and then this banana and Nutella loaf as well. So I've already made those. I'd like to make some more of these. I wanted to test them in the muffin, the Mickey muffin thing. It's the normal loaf cake recipe. I wanted to see how they would turn out for muffins and they turned out really well. So I want to make more of those for friends. It's now going to be a work afternoon for us. We're going to work on kits and have some lunch. I think Aid's going to have a ham sandwich and I've got that really lovely vegan curry, the sweet potato and chickpea curry left over from the other day, which I'm going to heat up. Say good morning to my lovely husband.
Good morning.
We've got matching t-shirts on today. We're both Donut Bank.
Yeah.
The donut place near my dad in
I like
Indiana.
the back of mine. Is at the top there's a...
Oh yeah. I wish I had one like yours now as well. Maybe I'll get Dad to get me one.
I wanted your one when I got that.
Oh, we should get Dad to get us some different ones.
I didn't have one in my size though.
Oh, I was also going to say, if you're enjoying the vlogs that I've been doing lately, I've been doing 2 vlogs a week, please give me a thumbs up and let me know if you're enjoying them. It'd be really nice to know, thank you. All right, Aid's making his sandwich with his Dijon mustard, aren't you?
Look at this for tomorrow.
I had a lot more left over than I thought. I've got a full-blown dinner here, but that's mine. So tell me today, are you Team Lisa, a vegan sweet potato and chickpea curry and rice, or are you Team Aid, this, did you say it's Wiltshire ham?
Wiltshire ham, lovely. It's,
and mustard sandwich.
like a little bit chunky, and then if I put this...
Leftovers taste so much better. This is so good. It's exactly 8 o'clock. Aid's just poured me a glass of wine. I've been working all this time. You've been working on the papers, haven't you, for the kits? And I've been working on videos and placing orders. Aid looks sad. We've just popped some dinner in the oven and I'm about to make or attempt sourdough bread. Right, I haven't actually made a proper sourdough bread. This is my starter. I was going to do a video on how I made this and I haven't actually got around to it yet. And the idea is it's ready if this floats. Let's see if my starter is just sticking. It's sunk to the bottom. Don't believe this, but it looks like a good starter. Why is it doing this? It's nicely fed. It's risen. No, it's sinking straight away. Right, this little ghost is my flour dough starter. I'm gonna leave it, looks like a little ghost. We're gonna leave it on top. The oven's nice and warm. I've popped a clean towel around it and we'll see if it improves.
I want to put it near the back.
Why?
It always seems
Okay,
warmer.
I don't know, it's still warm here. Go on then, we'll try it. This is what I'm fancying for my dinner. Oven baked sweet potatoes and cauliflower with onion. I need to try and relax a bit. I feel really hyped with work at the moment. I've got so many ideas. I'm really excited, but I'm finding it really hard to sort of calm down with it. I've just ordered some stock. I'm going to be doing, it's the first time I'm mentioning it, I'm going to be doing a new class, a new workshop. Sorry, Louis just came downstairs. Let's have a kitchen chat. So let's talk business ideas. I'm having so many new ideas lately. Well, they're ideas that have been bubbling in the background and I think I'm going to go forward with them. Sometimes it takes me a while. I like to sit on ideas and think about things, but this is something that's really, really exciting me. And so I think I might actually go forward with this new idea. Something else I'm doing though, I just briefly mentioned, I'm going to be doing a new class. The classes have gone really well. I've got the free workshop that I've been working on for the current worldly affairs. I'll link that up below if you haven't seen that. Everyone's welcome to join in. But I've done a paid class before this. I hate to call them paid classes, but you know what I mean. It's obviously the opposite of free. Where I send you a kit, so you've got all your bits and pieces, and you have the videos, and you end up with a proper project at the end of it. So it's like a start to finish, and you get all of the supplies. I want to do another one of those. And I've just ordered everything for it. So it looks like there's only going to be spaces for 20. That was the most amount of product I could get. So it's going to be a very limited one. It's going to be a separate group, but again, it's going to be like the other class that I did, start to finish videos. You get everything that you need for the whole project, and it gets sent to you, and you make it in your own time. So if you want to make it now, that's fine. If you want to make it next month, 6 months time, next year, it's totally fine. You make it when you're ready. So I'm working on that right now. So that's very exciting. I'm actually feeling really hungry now. Like I said, I just feel really wound up at the moment, in a good way, just an excited way, and I need to take a breath and calm down. But I've got quite a lot done this afternoon, so that's really, really good. And this is my sweet potatoes, roasted cauliflower, cheese and sweet chili sauce. Sunday morning, work, coffee, cake, Disney. I feel really stressed out this morning. I have done all weekend. I just feel really on edge. I just know I've got so much to do, but I want to have the downtime, and my downtime just isn't happening. When lockdown first started, I was really good at taking time out. My days are just getting longer and longer. My mornings are getting earlier and earlier, and I'm just not getting everything done. I think I've just got such large amounts that I want to do all the time, and then my house is feeling a mess, and no matter how many hours I'm working, I'm just not achieving everything that I want to achieve. And it's not because I'm not doing things in a good order or anything, it's just that the volume I'm trying to do, I think. I've been working on the treat bags this morning. I've done admin at my desk, proof watch the video that's now scheduled for later, just put the hoover around, Aid's sticking some lamb on the barbecue. I'm going to put the mop round, and I'm just prepping to try and keep it easy. I'm going to put all the veg and potatoes in one tray and do one tray bake. Also got some artichokes left over from when I made Holly's fishless fish cakes the other day. So I'm going to use those up. You know that artichoke dip that I make that we love? I think I've got a video where I made that, so if I have, I'll link it below. I'm going to stick them in a pan and kind of not make a dip, but make like an artichoke cheesy type sauce with wine and onions to go with the lamb. Do you like that idea?
Sounds a bit like cheesy leeks.
Yeah, a little bit like that.
Love the idea of that.
I really want to sort this area out. I think that's what's stressing me out. And I know I feel happy, but I know because of what I want to do, it's going to take ages. But I really want to get those treat bags packed as well for the kits. I don't know, let's concentrate on one thing at a time. I'm going to get dinner sorted. Kids are both at work, so we're going to have a sneaky barbecue on our own. They don't like what we're cooking. They don't even like the smell of it, which is why we're doing it whilst they're at work in the garden.
Outside.
Yeah, so that we don't get the complaints when they come home. Right, we're going to watch Evidence. Louise recommended this. Oh, you said it was 3 stars. It's showing 4.5 star then.
It said 3.
I know it did. I agree with you. It's supposed to be a bit of a scary, based on true events. And I'm working on kits, and I need to start promoting tonight's vlog. Right, I'm going to quickly work on these artichokes. I've got some onion, and I'm going to add a little bit of garlic and fry that off lightly. And to that, I've just added the artichoke hearts, and I'm going to break them down so that they're all in pieces. And I'm just going to let them cook softly off for a couple of minutes. I've got some Philadelphia going in, and a drop of white wine. And now I'm just going to grate in some parmesan. I've added some salt and pepper, and that's done now. That's a really nice little quick side dish and something a bit different. Right, Aid's just popped this Prosecco that was on the side. We've popped it in the fridge. I don't know how old it is or where it came from, but we're going to try that with our lunch. These are my potatoes. I've done them skins on with sweet potatoes and onions, and then as they cooked, I pressed them down with a wooden spoon so that they're kind of like squished, and they've got salt on them and my favourite chip seasoning. It's like a paprika type seasoning. It's just cooked this small piece of lamb on the barbecue. That's been going slowly, what, for about an hour and a half?
Yeah.
And that's our dinner. And I've made a minty gravy to go over it as well. Hello, it's Monday. I've been really bad at vlogging this weekend. I have worked non-stop. Really long hours just working on kits to try and get ready for kit packing next weekend, and I'm feeling a bit deflated at the moment, if I'm really honest, and I just haven't felt like picking up the camera again. And what am I going to say? Oh, working again. So I haven't picked up the camera. I've been doing admin all morning, prepping more videos, responding to loads of emails and that kind of thing. I have tidied my studio this morning. It was a mess after the weekend. Just trying to do things just to try and pick myself up again. And I haven't prepped dinner yet. I have got some sourdough that I've just kneaded. I didn't pick up the camera because it hasn't been going very well. And I just couldn't be bothered, to be really honest with you. I have just given Louis's hair a bit of a cut in the garden. And that made me laugh. He was quite cute. But I'm about to make a scrapbooking page. I started it 2 days ago, and I'm going to try and finish it now. I've just printed off a photo and I thought I would do that with you. So I created this so I could try and do it for Instagram. Let's see if that works. Actually saying that it causes a bit of a shadow behind, but I used this stencil, was one of the add-ons last month, and I used it with some texture paste which is on my website, and I just love this. It's such a fun thing to play with. I've actually just grabbed my Inktense blocks. I haven't used these for so long. I've got an amazing art supplies collection and I've had it for years, but I always go back to the same thing. So I'm going to use those today and show you how I use them. I really wanted to do this one here about the story of our last visit on Splash Mountain. We all said we'd pull sad faces, and when we went to check the photo after the ride, Louis was smiling away. Completely not what we'd agreed on. But saying that, I love this photo for the colours, and I think this one goes with the kit so much better. What do? Do I go with the one where the colours really match, or go with the one with the story? I don't know. Right, I'm going to tell you what. I'll get the Inktense blocks. I've decided I'm not recording it for Instagram. I can't be bothered. I'm going to just have fun, I think. I think that's what I need to do. I think sometimes I focus too much on trying to record things, and as the kids say, I'm not living in the moment. So I'm going to get the Inktense blocks and have a play. Because you've got the nice texture, you can really rub the Inktense blocks so it just catches the texture and not so much the card that's underneath. Next, I'm going to add a second colour. I'm going to add a little bit of green. It's almost like doing a rubbing. You know when you were kids and you'd rub your crayon over the bumpy surface? That's what it feels a little bit like. Sorry, Louis hoovering on the kitchen. But instead of obviously rubbing over the paper with the texture underneath the paper, you're rubbing directly onto the texture itself. That in itself actually looks quite pretty, but now I've got a paintbrush. I'm going to dip it in a bit of water and I'm just going to brush down, and all the colours are blending beautifully, as you can see. Let's go a little bit in the middle. It's pretty, isn't it? And this will be one then that I leave to dry. I love how the colours just blend so beautifully. So there's 3 different colours on here. There's the green, the blue and the yellow. I'm going to leave that to dry, but the question is, which photo looks better? That actually looks quite nice now. I like the contrast with that one though, with the blue sky. But actually, I think for a photo that isn't hugely colourful, I think that actually helps it. So I think we might go with the original after all. Right, you know how impatient I am. I'm dabbing with my trusty old piece of kitchen towel. I love this effect. Whoops, just knocked the paintbrush over. That is super cool, isn't it? And all the little leaves, the vines that you can see, are totally raised. I love that so much. If you missed out on that stencil last month, I did actually place an order for more stencils yesterday, so I should have had the delivery by now. There were 3 left with the supplier, 3 of that stencil. So if I've got them in, I'll link them up below for you. Actually, I really love that. Really, really pleased with that. I'd really like to try this other vine stencil. This is this month's add-on, which I've still got, which I'll link up below. But I've got a dabber this time with a green ink. And I'm going to hold this in place. I'm going to need 2 hands for this. But I'm going to try this around it and see how that looks. I quite like that, and I think I'm going to do the same on the other side. Yeah, I think that looks quite nice. I'm actually using this really tiny little punch to cut out the circles of the paper. I think these are going to look really cute. So I've kept this page really, really basic, as you can see. Sometimes I think you can overdo it. I've printed my journaling onto A4, just regular printer paper, and I'm going to be using these stickers as well. Every subscriber, every person that subscribes to the Lollipop Box Club kits, the main kit, you get a free set of Simple Stories stickers this month. They're the basics, so they vary in colour from like black, grey and whites, and each person who subscribes gets a single sheet of those. As it's the business's birthday this month, I thought it would be really nice, like an extra little gift from me to say thank you. And I've used the embellishment postcard here with an arrow punch, and I've got some cute little arrows punched out. There we go. I'm going to keep it at that. It's quite a simple one for me, but it tells the story of our last Splash Mountain ride last year. Quite chuffed with that one. Tonight's dinner, I am making a vegan sausage Italian orzo soup. I'm making it for my friend as well, who works at the hospital, so I'm going to make up a big batch for her family. I've just lightly fried off these vegan sausages. I've got a mixture here of different types. They just needed using up, so I've just lightly fried them, and now I've just crumbled them up. 2 tins of chopped tomatoes. I'm also going to chop up, I've got 1 carrot in there already, so there's going to be 3 carrots, 1 courgette, and I've got onion, garlic, and what else has gone in there? Celery. I'm going to add 2 veggie Knorr pots and a couple of pints of water. And as I'm making quite a lot of the soup, I've added a tablespoon of the Mediterranean seasoning. I'm boiling up some orzo in a separate pan. I'm just letting that boil up so all the veg cooks through, but it smells absolutely amazing. I did add a squirt of ketchup just to help intensify the flavour a bit more, and I've also added salt and pepper. Orzo's cooked, just draining that off, and I've just found half a pot of baked beans as well in the fridge, so I've just thrown them in as well. That will add a nice bit of sweetness and uses them up. The soup's done for whenever we need it. I've just chopped in some fresh parsley, and that took about 20 minutes, and that's made that huge, great big pot of soup. I've kneaded my sourdough. I'm just doing a little loaf just to test it, and I'm leaving it there. So it's about 5:30 now. I've got the soup all done. It's all popped in a pot for Claire for when she comes, and I'm going to quickly film a video about recording recipes in my journal, and this should be up tomorrow. Good morning, it's Tuesday today. I ended up working really late yesterday. It wasn't a great day. I just worked really long and I didn't take any breaks. Aid did drag me outside for a 10-minute dog walk about 10 o'clock last night after I'd finished, and that was my day. I've been up really early. I didn't sleep well. I kept waking up, but I've been working on my website, and I've edited the video that I filmed last night, and that's uploading right now. I need to get my sourdough in the oven. Remember the sourdough that I started on about 24 hours ago? Well, I started on it with the starter before that. It's ready to start messing around with. I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't fully understand the instructions, but I'm going to go with it and see what we end up with. So this is now my dough. I've just taken off the plastic wrap. It feels very nice. But I don't quite understand. It says to pull the outside thirds into the middle, and shape as you wish. Try to pull the outside of the dough as tightly as possible so it holds its shape. And then she says she shaped hers as a ball, whatever that is. And then you cover with oiled plastic wrap and allow the dough to set for 30 minutes. I don't really understand what I'm doing. So I'm just going to cover it in the cloth for 30 minutes. I've had my iron pot in the oven on 250. This has now been resting for half an hour and I need to put this into this, and the oven's been reduced to 220. I have oiled the outside of the pan. It says to pop the lid on. I have no idea what I'm doing. And that goes in the oven now for 20 minutes. I've set the alarm for 10 because I've halved the mixture. So I don't know if it will need slightly less. I'm just going to check on it in 10 minutes anyway. And in the meantime, I'm going to film the unboxing. This is my setup when I do the unboxing. I can pop my iPhone on the top there to record underneath. And then I always have next to me things that I want to show. So the papers, the add-ons, my planner, and bits and pieces that I've made using the kit. And then I can just record it there. And I've just lit this wax melt. It's the cucumber. It's so nice, melon and cucumber. It's now been in for 15 minutes. I'm going to remove the lid and leave it in for another 10. It actually smells like sourdough. It did say, because I'd left it overnight, not to knead it or punch it or anything like that, because you want to keep the air holes in the bread, which, as you know, with sourdough bread, when you slice it, it has those really cute little holes. And now to tidy up after doing that video. They only take about 10 minutes to shoot, so it doesn't take too long. I've kept checking it until it's golden brown. I'm wondering if it's done now. How can you tell?
Eat it.
Do you think?
Yeah.
It's taken me nearly 48 hours to bake.
Not in the oven, obviously.
No. Should I wait until that bit's golden as well?
Have you turned it round, or has it always been the same place?
No, I'll turn it round then, okay.
Maybe turn it round and put it in for
5 more minutes.
Yeah.
Glad I oiled it. I don't know if it would have been this easy, but that is just lifting out.
Mmm. Smells nice.
I only made half the mixture, so it's only a tiny one.
Just to try it.
Yeah.
You're going to cut into it?
It smells like sourdough. I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit, I think.
Okay.
I'm intrigued. Is it just going to be like rock solid?
If you were to bake a loaf, would you cut it when it's warm still?
Yeah, but not straight from the oven usually.
We'll just leave it for a few minutes then.
Okay,
yeah?
I'll come back to it in a moment.
Looks nice though.
It does look nice, doesn't it? I didn't do the crisscross when I did the dough. No, I wanted just to see how it was the first time.
So that's taken how many weeks? About 12.
Ages. But a lot of it is because I haven't been tending to it as well.
And like we said the other day, wasn't it? I think it's something's trial and error.
Yeah, excited. I want to do that side, but you're not going to be able to see it that side. Oh! Cut it at an angle. Is it going to look like sourdough bread? That's the question. Is it cooked through? It hasn't got that line, you know, when it's got the holes like sourdough.
It looks quite dense, but is that supposed to be sourdough anyway, like that?
I don't know. But it is
It's
a
got
heavy
the
bread.
holes. Yeah,
oh yeah, it has got the holes.
Oh, you can see the steam come. I wonder if you leave it, if it will kind of like spring a bit.
It's got that sour taste. I took a crumb.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I'll try a little bit.
Yeah.
I love the crummy bit.
You have to feed it to me.
If you want to, I just want to try it.
as it is first.
As it is. Go on then. It's got that crunch.
It has that sourdough.
I've made sourdough bread.
That's really nice.
It actually tastes like sourdough bread. I'm so pleased. My first attempt.
And you think about it, when you bought your sourdough bread before, it is kind of a flat loaf, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a huge risey one. That side, I think, is good for us as well.
So does that need to be kneaded very much when you do it? Or do they say not to knead it?
Not to knead it, because that's how you get the holes.
Ah.
You punch the air out of normal bread. That's what. That actually does taste like sourdough.
Really nice flavour to it, really nice when it's warm.
High five! We didn't start it together. Oh, it's so pleased. I wasn't actually going to do a bread video of the starter because I didn't think I'd managed to achieve it. And now somehow I need to put all that together. That's really nice, isn't it? I'm going to get the next lot up ready to do now. I'm really excited. So after lots of trial and error, it seems to be I feed my starter and leave it for 3 hours, and usually after that time it's ready. I've got a warm oven ready, as I have just baked my first loaf, but I didn't think it was going to work, so I want to do this with you now. And I'm going to pop this in the oven. It's obviously not hot at this point, it's just lukewarm. Doesn't it look amazing? I'm so happy with that. Look how cute this stamp is. I'm just working on the team kits so I can send them out today. And this was the stamp that I got from Skull and Crossbuns. I've already managed to get ink around the side of it. But it looks so cute. I'm really pleased with this. I will link it up below for you in case you want to have a look. Hey, it's Wednesday. It's about 1:30. I haven't picked up my camera today. I haven't got my usual energetic flair about me this week, you may have noticed, and I just haven't really felt like vlogging. Struggling with a bit of a headache today. I haven't slept so well the last couple of nights. I've just reheated last night's ramen. I didn't even film dinner last night. I just made ramen, which are very yummy, so I'm going to eat those. And I'm currently working on a mood board for July to pass on to my graphic designer, Anna, who makes my stickers, and Jennifer from Happy Scatter, who makes other bits and pieces for the kit. In other news today, Louis is currently hoovering, and he's also just dusted the lounge, and Holly's on bathroom duty. This has got such a lovely kick to it. It's so tasty, and I used up a whole load of broccoli and carrots and celery, loads of bits and pieces that needed using up in the fridge. So I'm going to give you a little insight on how I work on a kit theme. I put together a mood board. I'm currently going through Pinterest. Anthropologie is somewhere that I get a lot of inspiration from. I've just put in Anthropologie Home pink and green, and this is for an upcoming kit. And then what I do is take a load of images, stuff I've painted, and put it all together in a grid. Like this is what I'm working on right now, and then I pass on to my graphic designer. I've already got the kit name, I've already got obviously the colours, the theming, and I've bought loads of bits and pieces already, but I need the artwork to go with the kit for like the postcard and the embellishment postcard and other bits and pieces. So it comes together like this, and then I often find, because I often get asked, where do you find your inspiration? I've just looked at this picture here. There's a paint pot. It's got a pink rim and a spotty bit, and I just thought, you know, that would make amazing scrapbooking paper. I've already created this one here. This is a watercolour painting. I did this Easter Sunday in the garden, so that's going to be a paper. And then you can see how my artwork comes together. This is for another kit, and I now want to create the pink with the black spots, so I'm going to do that on here. So I'm just taking the pink here. I've got 2 shades, and I'm using obviously a really wide brush. I quite like that. I love those colours. I really like that. I'm going to leave that to dry, but that's where you can see where sometimes my inspiration comes from. Just a quick idea. And that completes the mood board for an upcoming kit. What do you think? Do you like the vibe of this one? And can you guess what the kit name is? I feel really flaky. I've had such a busy day. It's 6:30. I don't feel like making dinner. Aid's making cheese toasties. Instead, I'm going to go and pour a glass of wine. I've just got rid of a load of old boxes. I always keep a few back in case any go missing in the post, and I've gone through them all, and they sold really quickly. My website had a bit of a panic attack as there was a sudden urge of people. I didn't expect them to be so popular as some were Christmas boxes, but they went really fast. But I felt so guilty because people were messaging on the chat group and they couldn't check out, and the website was just being mean and wouldn't play. But we got there in the end, and they've all sold. I've got an unboxing video up. I've got a newsletter out. I have done so much today. I am absolutely shattered. I need to finish this video because it's been going on for so long now. a weekend vlog's turned into a full week vlog now. But I think I'll finish it tomorrow now. I want cheese sandwiches and an early night. I am so tired. I meant to show you, that was the paper I designed in the end. I got a Sharpie to it as well. I'm really chuffed with that. I think it looks really cute. I've put my ruffles on top of my cheese toasty, so hopefully they'll warm up. And I'm gonna have some wine. It's Thursday and I need to finish this vlog. I think it's the 7th or the 8th today. I'm going to finish this vlog. I'm sorry it hasn't been a very exciting one for you this week. I've just felt in a really odd mood this week. I don't know whether it's hormonal or what it is, but I've woken up feeling much happier today, so I'm really happy about that. I've just felt really deflated. And I think also I've been really busy with work again. I've been working really long, 12, 13, 14-hour days, 7 days a week, and I think it's paid its toll now. I haven't been joining Aid for dog walks. I have literally just been coming in here first thing in the morning and just working through, and I just haven't been sleeping well, and I think it's just made me just feel a bit grotty this week. But I slept much better last night. I didn't have tea before I went to bed. We drink caffeine free anyway. Everything in the house apart from my Pepsi is caffeine free, and I only drink Pepsi earlier on in the day. But I wake up needing a wee, and then I can't go back to sleep. So I think maybe that's part of the problem. So I didn't do that last night, and I had a much better sleep. I was up nice and early, and I've been working, and I feel like Lisa again. So I'm very happy about that. So I'm sorry if this week hasn't been very fun, but I've got some fun stuff that's arrived today, and I'm doing some fun stuff. So I promise you next week's vlog will be much more exciting. Let me know if you've done anything exciting, if you've had a more interesting week than me. Leave your comment below. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know what you're trying, what you're watching on TV. I want to know it all. Tell me. Oh, you always know everything about me, and I don't always know stuff about you. So leave something in the comments and let me get to know you a bit better. That would be really nice. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please do subscribe to my channel if you are new. Join our family, our little YouTube family. It will be lovely to have you. I will see you in the next one, which I promise to be more exciting. Take care. Bye.